Hello, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm tardy for the party. I had to find my sage, clear my energy. Um, hey, hey, hey. You know when I go live and it's one person on there, y'all can say hi to me. Um, like I stated on my Instagram, if y'all didn't see it, that basically this is going to be talking about past lives. Um, because that's one of the topics the person wanted to touch on, and they had questions about it. And this is a touchy subject for some, not for all, but for some, this is a touchy subject regarding past lives. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it, and then the next thing we'll talk about, if nobody has any questions, comments, or concerns, the next topic we'll be talking about is regarding the which house that it affects in this Pluto retrograde that's in Capricorn. It came at 2:48 Central Standard Time, um, and I'm sorry, 1:48 Central Standard Time, and it affected different houses for different people. Girl, I know. That's what I'm running behind myself on that. Then I couldn't find my sage. Like it was going down. She's still not asleep, but we're gonna work through it. How about that? Um, my lips look dry. My lips too big to be looking dry. Okay. All right. So the past life experiences. Okay. So uh, so the past life experiences and things of that nature. So, like I said, this is a very touchy subject for people with this past life experience. Yes, this past life experience. So, Wikipedia defines past life as a regression is a technique that uses hypnosis to recover what practitioners believe in are memories of past lives or reincarnation. Incarnation. Past life regression is typically undertaken either in the pursuit of spiritual experience or in a psychotherapeutic setting. This topic is not, uh, it has been discredited and unscientifically by medical practitioners. Experts generally regard claims of recovering memories as past lives as fantasies or delusions. So basically, they're saying basically you're hallucinating or it's a delusion. Um, it's a fantasy that you wish came true or you just imagine it. I could talk about my experience when I went to my spiritual healer or human decoder. Basically, she told me, and I also felt it actually when I was going through my transformation or initiation, whichever one you would like to call it, and doing my spiritual awakening sessions. I felt like my body was floating while I was on the table. Um, I had all these type of flashes come into my third eye, revealing to me things. And I was scared to say anything to her, but she was the one that actually said, she was like, you had a past life. Now, understand this. You have more than just one past life. You have several lives. I'm going to explain this. When you meet somebody and you don't know why you click with them or you vibe with them, this can be not a soulmate type setting or a twin flames type setting. This is something beyond that. This is, you just don't understand or whatever. Or you meet a kid and you like, their mother say, I know I say this about my youngest. I'd be like, oh, she been here before because she has an old soul. Now, it's my belief, along with others, that our soul never dies. Your body, your flesh does, but your soul doesn't. So it is said that you pick your parents so that they can learn a lesson, or you learn like basically you pick your parents before the soul is entered into the fetus, right? So therefore, you have been here before. So it might be somebody that you rekindle with from your past life, and that might be your soulmate or a karmic experience, or you don't understand. For I met one woman, she didn't understand like when it would be cold. I mean, she would be freezing. Like she can't stay anything under 60 degrees. She can't stand. That's the one of the reasons why she lives down in this area because it barely gets like that because she is freezing, and she just thought she was a bad anemic. Well, she went to the doctor, to get iron pills, and then he was like, "Oh no, your iron is fine." So she was like, "Well, I'm always cold. Like I be freezing. Everybody else be okay, but I be freezing." Her going through her transformation, she just got discovered in one of her past lives, basically because of her gift and her awareness of her gift. And people calling her witches and doing witchcraft and stuff of that nature. Basically, what ended up happening, she basically froze to death. So, with her new body, anytime she would get around cold weather, basically what she would end up doing is it would still be that feeling for her because she froze to death in her past life. Mine is I always had knee issues. I hooped in high school and college, and even after doing pickup games and things of that nature, or being on a adult league and playing basketball, I've always had knee problems, both of my knees. One was my meniscus, my other one was is I tore my MCL. So I've always had issues with my knees. Well, when I went through my transformation and things of that nature, or like I said, my initiation, I had my awakening period experience. For one of my awakening experiences, um, come to find out, I died on my knees. And when something is true to me, I get this tightening, like I'm about to have an anxiety attack in my stomach. I mean, like in my heart area. Come to find out, I died on my knees and they stabbed me in my heart. Okay, so that's one of the past life experiences that I can speak of. But I wanted to go into it even further with you because a lot of people feel like when you're in meditation, say you're meditating, right? And I know this can happen to some people, like when they meditating or they just in a deep slumber, they feel like their body is being separated. Only other time I experienced the experience similar to what I had when I did my transformation is I had all my kids natural. My worst one was with my son. I literally felt like I was separating from my body because the pain was so excruciating because I got induced with him. And that Pitocin is no joke, okay? Whoever told y'all that that's right to give people, I don't like you. But anyway, so I mean, love him. He's here now. He's a mama boy, but still the same. Like, yeah, that didn't feel too good for my body. But that's the only other time that I felt like that I was separating from my things. So to basically reiterate, past life is considered is not it's been disputed. They said there's delusions. but to me, it's real. Um, it's times that I can sit up here and my knees start aching, and I haven't done no exercising. Like I'm exercising now, and my knees haven't gave me no problems. Ever since I did my last healing, I haven't had any problems with my knees. They don't swell up like they used to when I started back working out. They used to swell up or whatever the case may be. I haven't done any of those things. I just feel like, going to my natural healer and doing the things that I need to do as far as, hydrating myself and making sure that everything is okay with me and making sure that I change the way I ate as well has gave me a different enlightenment and a different way that I look at things. These are things that I used to be scared of is encountering past lives. Like I said, you have more than one past life. Your soul never dies. Your flesh does. So when people say you got an old soul or you act wiser beyond your years, that's because your soul has been here on this earth before. Okay. So that's a definition. That's basically the gist of past lives. Okay. Um, some people can remember more than others, but that's if you're going through your transformation or your initiation. So if you go to a human encoder and you want to know why you have certain blockages, or you're finding out what your gifts are, and you want to know more in depth about your specific gifts, because like I stated in many of my videos, we all have gifts. Some are just heightened more than others. Some are still in denial. Like I told you on my journey, I've been knowing that I had gifts, but I was always told if I was to tell anybody that they would think that I was crazy. Um, this is one thing I want y'all to know that I'm glad I did speak up. Uh, Before my grandmother passed away, and I was real close to her, she would appear in my dreams, and the dreams would always still say that would come to me, and I answer your question in a minute, Kelly. Okay, I seen it. I got you too. I would come in my dreams. I thought initially I said, "Oh, well, that was God's way of preparing me for my grandmother's, transitioning," um, because He knew how close me and my grandmother was. I call my grandmother Mama as well. He knew how close we were, and still are to this day. I feel her all the time. I can smell her, all those type things. I know when she's around me. I know that she's one of my angels. So I can feel, I would know that. Hindsight, he was actually revealing to me because of my gift, and I was in denial about it. Now I look at it, I know that basically he was telling me what she was sick and that she needed to go to the hospital, or what something was going on to her and she needed to go get checked out. That's what he was revealing to me. But I wasn't paying attention to those. I was basically thinking he was preparing me for her passing, but really he was trying to prepare me and let me know, show me my gift of my visions that hey, she needs to go to, get checked out. Now that I know these things, I was in the room and I was putting. My mother gave me a ring, and I wear the ring normally on my middle finger. So I was going to go get the ring and put it on my middle finger. Right then and there, I had a vision about my mom, and this happened, I think, about a month ago. And the vision was my mom was humped over with chest pains, and then she fell to the floor, and she was home by herself. My dad comes in the house, finds her in the bathroom because that's where she was, in their bathroom, and he calls the ambulance, and they get her to the hospital, and they ask her what's the cause of death, and they say a heart attack. So immediately after I seen that vision, immediately I called my dad because my mama don't never answer her cell phone. called my dad and I told my dad, I was like, ask mom, did she have, did she have a heart? No, and she's been having chest pains. Long story short, my mom had been having chest pains. She just ain't told nobody about it. She tried to put it off on acid reflux. I told him it wasn't acid reflux. And I said, look, Dad, so I told you this, but I had a vision. Mama needs to go to basically to the emergency room, like right now. My mom's trying to make an appointment. She's trying to, what's her name? She ends up going. My mama has a blockage. She ends up having to have plus nine that also had to do other things as far as her other health condition because my mom also has lupus. So everything it heightens. So God, grace be to God and me up here paying attention to my gift and accepting my gift, I went forward and basically I helped my mom live to see another day. So it's not to give myself praise, it's just the saying if you have a gift, pay attention to your gift. And don't think that you crazy. And if other people think you crazy, that's their bad. Um, they have this thing. Have you have your past life ever came to you in your dream, or would you even know what that's what you were dreaming about? Kelly, before I know now, but before this, I would shrug it off. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand why I always had knee problems when I drank all the milk, did everything they said to have done, or whatever the case may be, and I would still have problems. I'm like, what's up? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't, you might not know. Some people call, like, I don't believe in deja vu. I believe that we live in different dimensions. So with that being said, deja vu to me is non-existent. I feel like it's something that I already lived past, and then I'm just doing it in the third dimension, if that makes sense. Before I did my transformation, I didn't know. I knew I heard about past lives before, but I really didn't know to what extent. So, what does Kelly? I didn't know to what extent um, my past lives was name. So I'm going to another clearing. I'm doing another healing. Basically, I exchange services with another coder, and she's gonna do another one for me. And then, like 2 or 3 days later, I'm gonna do one for her because after you do these healing sessions or decoder sessions, whichever one you would like to call them, you're drained. It feels like basically you are very drained, and it's also good to do a spiritual bath after you do that. Now, everybody has their variations of spiritual bath, so you pick what's best for you. The first time I did a spiritual bath, she just told me to soak in Epsom salt. She didn't even call it a spiritual bath until I asked her. I was like, well, they say, well, when you do spiritual bath, she was like, oh, well, I didn't know if you know about that, and I wasn't, going to force that upon you. But yes, that's basically what I'm asking you to do. It's a spiritual bath. You're gonna have to drink plenty of water. Oh yeah, yeah. That and nor coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences either. I think everything is synchronicity to me. So, not a coincidence. I believe everything happens for a reason, and it's divine timing when it's supposed to happen. Sometimes we can push that back, but right now with this Pluto retrograde, we are going through uh, a lot of energy right now, especially with the full moon in Libra that just came, and we're about to have a new moon on May 4th. I'll be doing a video regarding that as well, but we still will have that energy going on. So that's on that. They said it's 11 signs by this dude. He has a book called Wild Wolf Within. It's an ebook, and he talks about 12 signs your soul has reincarnated, right? One, Kelly, guess what it is? Reoccurring dreams. Dreams are a reflection of your unconscious mind, and while repetitive dreams make sometimes significant trauma, fear, or issues that your brain are trying to process, right? Which is unfinished business. That's why they say that your soul never dies because you have unfinished business, and each life that you have is trying to finish that business that you didn't finish in the life prior to. You have out of place memories. You have a strong intuition, which my intuition is I'm intuitive, so it says that you are more soulfully natured. So I mean soulfully matured. So basically, that saying you are, you wise beyond your years. Basically, I've always had friends that are older than me. I rarely have friends that are younger than me or around my same age. Most of my friends are older than me, and if they are younger than me or then 9 times out of 10 is because they have an old soul themselves, and we just vibe together. Like basically, we click. So, and then for what he calls it deja vu, some point in our lives, but I don't believe in that. You're an empath, which I am an empath as well. Empath means that you take on energies of others. This is a when you an empath, basically you just take on a lot of energy. That's why it's it's very important when you're an empath to protect your energy and to protect your spirit. I tell people that all the time. I protect mine by any means necessary. But the simple fact is, I can't be drained all the time and have no energy. I can't be effective to anybody else. So it's a lot of times that I have to recenter myself. Um, one of the things that I notice with me is when I'm asleep, I get a lot of downloads, and I don't sleep through the night, all the way through the night, because I'm receiving so much information and trying to decipher what is meant for me and what is not meant for me, or, what I need to do with this information, how to go about doing it. I research a lot of things. I'm always listening to books that intrigue me. Um, so that goes with that. Yeah. Me too, Kelly. She said my intuition is something else. I've been in places I know I shouldn't have been, and God was throwing all kinds of signs my way. I finally took my butt home before things went bad. Yep. Yeah. So you got to like pay attention to your intuition, son. It's gut and intuition. Like pay attention to it because that's that this ain't safe. Or even being around somebody. I could tell you this. Like today I met like I've been around this girl and I felt her energy a lot, but today she actually like spoke to me and she actually just basically told me her personal business. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh my God. And she was like, I don't know what it is about you. She was like, but I just feel comfortable in telling you this. And she just basically just told me. And I said, sometimes it's good to get things out. I was like, but I will tell you this. I always send you love and light, you know what I'm saying, and wish you the best and many blessings on any of your endeavors or whatever you choose to do. I was like, but you have to understand, you told me for a reason and know that it's going to be kept. I'm not going to repeat it to nobody because it's not my business to repeat. That's one. Until you entrust me with this information. And you don't know me from Adam from Eve. But sometimes you just got to do that. You got to get that off. And that happens to me a lot a lot. I can ask somebody about like some woman might ask me about an orange or something like that, and then next thing you know, I'm sitting there talking to them for 15, 20 minutes, and they telling me their life story or whatever the case may be. Precognition, you have precognition, retrocognition. You feel older than your age reflects. You have a great affinity for certain cultures, time periods, or environment. Um, Unexplainable fears or phobias, like I don't know about that. You feel as though this earth is not your home. That's a little out there. But those are some of the things that says that you know that you have a past life or you experienced in um, past life events, basically things that happened in your past life and not in the current life that you're living right now. Does I've been blabbing for like 25 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? And why y'all doing that? Okay, so let me also tell y'all this. I don't know because I normally tell this at the end, but just in case people don't watch it all the way to the end, which I understand if you're just coming for certain type of information. But I will be doing an ebook. I don't have a definite day, but I will be doing an ebook regarding, your chakras and how to clear your chakras and what stone or gem or crystal, whichever word you would like to use, is good for that chakra while you're doing your chakra healings and cleaning it. I also it will have a link to it, and you will be seeing me as I show you all, you know, ways to clear your chakra. I feel like if you have a gift, it's a gift that should be spreaded. Um, and not withheld because I feel like that there's enough knowledge that's going around and information that's going around. I just learned for me when it came for me up doing my journey, I had to do a lot of digging, and I don't think that that is right. I feel that it should be out there for easily acceptable for you. If you can sit up here and you can click on something and it tells you about your smartphone, then you can sit up here and click on something that tells you about yourself and how to heal yourself and how to nurture yourself and how to care for yourself. Um, I think that's vitally important. We are living longer than our ancestors. So with that, why wouldn't we live a good life? Why couldn't we just live a better life? If we can live a better life, why not? If we can heal ourselves, why not? I strongly believe in that. So if you don't have any questions about the, like I said, I don't know when my ebook will come out. I'm probably going to tomorrow sit down and actually get a definite date that I'm going deadline that I'm going to give myself. I will let y'all know, um, when it's coming out. I will be up here doing. Um, it's going to be an ebook, so it's electronic. So therefore, you have to protect yourself and protect everything else. So I got to make sure that I um, put my best foot forward. So I'm not going to rush myself, but I do know. Okay, so I just got the number two. So it's going to be within the next 2 months that it will be out. Um, so therefore, just to let y'all know that. Also on Fridays, I will start doing tarot reading. Thank you, Kels. Also on Friday, starting this Friday, April 26th, I said at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm sticking to that time unless Spirit tells me something different or something else comes up. But 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be doing a live tarot reading. Now, with this tarot, let me explain how this is going to go for y'all. I am intuitive, so my readings are intuitive. I understand you may ask me a question, but if Spirit says you need to know this, then that's what I'm going to answer. I also understand it's not up for debate. I do as I'm told. Okay? So please don't try to be mean, don't try to be rude, none of that stuff. Like I said, this is a safe haven place. I want everybody to be able to be themselves, but at the same time, we're going to respect each other. Okay, so um, I always feel safe to say what you say. If you got questions, ask questions because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, somebody else got the same question. That's just how life is going to be. Somebody got the same question. It's just like when we was in school. You had a question, but you was too embarrassed to raise your hand up, hoping that somebody else would raise their hands up and ask the question that you want to ask, but nobody did. So then you still saying not looking crazy. Okay. So, like the House of Insurance say, moving forward. Oh, I love that woman. But anyway, if y'all ain't checked her out, please check her out. House of Oshun, Oshun. She gives you life. She from South Dallas. She gives you life. Okay. Also, if you want a healing session from me, and you don't have to be in the same city, then I'm in the DFW area. So if you want to need a healing session from me, I do offer those services. You can just look the link down below. It will just hit my Gmail. It's astrologistashavine@gmail.com, and we can go from there if you would like those services as well. I do offer those services. Um, what was I going to say? Okay, so moving on to this Pluto retrograde that happened this afternoon. It is in Capricorn, so I'm going to go over the signs and the houses that this energy is going to affect you. Again, I do natal charts, although you can get them for free. If by I'm not against it because that's how I actually started off, was figuring out my own natal chart. So I do natal charts. I do offer that service as well. Actually, also hit me up in my Gmail account, email account if you would like that as well, where I would dissect your houses down to you. I'll break down things. Also, if you do decide to do it for free and do it yourself, and you know the time, date, and all that information, all you will have to do is make sure that there's two different services. I get mine from. I use the placentas base um, way of doing natal charts. To me, that's more precise. So the houses. There are 12 houses, okay? So in the Pluto retrograde, the houses that are going to be affected, this is just going through like your, basically your star sign, your sign. Pluto is in different people's houses on their natal chart. But generally speaking, since this is a general one, I'm going to go off of what it would be for general and not specifically what would be in your house. Okay, because generally speaking, it says Pluto is in my first house, but in all actuality, Pluto is in my seventh house. So that's what I mean by it may not be in the house that is said. You can also check your moon and your rising as well. I wouldn't suggest you doing your rising, but you can. So Aries is is Pluto is in your retrograde is in your first house. You can always go to astrological houses and see what these houses stand for from you. So first houses is over appearance, your impression, your head, your face, your style, things of that nature. So your appearance, like you might be changing within. So first house, you're gonna be changing, paying attention to more things and things of that nature. Tauruses is gonna be in your ninth house. Ninth house is travel, study, religion, your international faith, your divine God. So it's gonna be more in your religion settings for you. Okay. Gemini, it will be in your eighth house. This is regarding debt, taxes, couple, money, inheritance, and psyche. So basically, anything dealing with your money um, is dealing with death. So you might be getting some type of inheritance, things of that nature, helping you with your debt, something regarding your taxes. This is one thing that is going to bring to the forefront for you during this Pluto retrograde. Okay. Cancers is in your seventh house. Seventh house deals with relationships, your marriages, and your partnerships. If Leo is in your sixth house, that's dealing with your health, your wellness, your routines, your illnesses, your work, uh, your pets if you have some. So this is things that's going to be brought up during this time for retrograde that you things that you will be paying more attention to or it will enhance for you. Okay. Virgo is in your fifth house. This is dealing with your children, your creativity, your pleasures, your romance, your good fortune, sex. Dealing with all that for you, Virgo. So I know I told you that one of the energies for you, Leo, Virgo, was basically your exes are going to be trying to come back and they're going to be trying to get on you and bring chaos to you and stuff like that. So that's just basically recertifying, like reiterating what I said to you regarding this energy that's coming to you when I did the video on Monday. Libra is in your fourth house. Let's talk about your past. You know, if you have father issues, home, family, your private life, whatever the case may be. This is what is going to be up here going towards you, Libra, in your fourth house. Scorpio is going to be in your third house. This is where all your siblings, your traveling, your neighborhood, how you communicate. Um, Always just be gentle because like right now, especially with the Libra and the full moon with this energy, I told y'all communication right now. Having control over your tongue and power issues, power struggles that you might have, but everybody right now is good on partnership. So use this right now to communicate and get things out and basically resolve any issues that you may have going on right now. Um, So, and Sagittarius is in your second house. This is dealing with your money, possessions, income, assets. Now, we already went over this for y'all. Money is going to be real king for you right now because you are in this retrograde, and this is about money. This is about power and control. Remember, I told you also listen to other people regarding doing collaborations with them or any type of partnership things of that nature, you're going to be having to really look at your money and see if this is the time to go forward with anything that you're trying to invest in, or you might want to look at it all over again. But it is a good time for your partnership. You're just going to be up here looking over your finances for the next 5 months. You got to pay attention to what you decide to invest in and make sure that it's actually worth the investment. Okay. Capricorns is in your first house as well. This right now for you, this energy with this retrograde, and you doing partnerships and you letting go of your control issues and you rehashing things with people and you like moving forward and trying to get handling your business basically. Capricorns, you're always handling your business, but you're really gonna be handling your business now. So, with that being said, you're finding yourself. You might notice that you're changing. You might notice that you're not being as stiff as you normally are, and maybe you're being more flexible. And that's along with this energy as well. So, take it, work with it, and work with others as well. This is a good time to work with others. It's a good time to actually also make sure that you take time out for yourself when you need to, i.e., that's why Monday was me time until it was time to get on here. Um, Aquarius, it's in your 12th house, which deals with retreat. You're going to be releasing some things, unconscious things. You're going to be basically just up here healing yourself and clearing yourself. It's going to be a good feeling for you. You're going to be calm for the most part, and it might even scare you a little bit. Most Aquarius are reserved anyway, males anyway. Y'all mostly are reserved and y'all keep stuff within. Aquarius men and Gemini men do that a lot. Not very affectionate, not very talkative, but this is the time, like I said, you need to make sure um, that you are paying attention to your significant other and making sure that they know that they are appreciated. So make sure that if you want to go on a retreat or you want to get away, this is the time to make a plan to get away. Actually, go somewhere and get out the house, and not just say I gotta stay vacation. No, go somewhere. Go to the mountains. I know I love the mountains. Go to the cabins. Um, I heard it's beautiful in Hot Springs, Arkansas. One day I'm gonna find out, and that day is gonna be very soon. Cause I want to go on I want to go on a vacation, like by myself, um, to just regroup, enjoy nature, listen to the birds, things of that nature before it gets too hot. Okay, so that's all the houses that will be affected with this Pluto retrograde. Like I stated, Pluto retrograde started today, April 24th, and it will be with us until October the 3rd. It was started in the 29 degree, and by the time it gets out, it will be at 20 degree. Um, did I not do Pisces? Ooh. Mm. I guess I don't like Pisces, huh? Oh man, I apologize, Pisces. I really do. I start with Aquarius, like okay, Aquarius, and so yeah, Pisces. I let me see if I wrote it down somewhere else because I showed in. I apologize, Pisces. I really, really do. Mm, ooh, babe, I think I love you. Hold on. Okay, so Pisces, it would be also be in your seventh house. Good thing I write things down other ways. So it's in your seventh house as well. So it's about relationship, marriage, and partnership. So a partner. So basically, this is time to pay attention to your partner, be more attentive to them, uh, work as a unit. Um, if you at work or whatever the case may be, make sure that you are this. Like I said, with this was a full moon energy. Remember, I said that a lot of us need to make sure that our partners know, our significant other, wife, husband, whatever the case may be, that we need to let them know that they are appreciated. It's a good time for you to work on a business aspect. If you're trying to do a different type of business, if you want to be supportive, say your wife or your husband, because some people are okay with that, decides that they have enough money saved up or have a good business idea, then be supportive on that and help them out. Um, it's all about support. We feel that we can do a lot of things when we feel that we are being supported in this. So as long as you're supporting each other, which you always will, like you should always show love, regardless of the fact that if you're in a relationship, you're not in a relationship. Just when you meet a person or anything, everything is in love. Just be kind and gentle to each other and love each other and also love yourself. Like I always tell people, make sure that you're taking time out for yourself because we will keep on going until we can't anymore and then we're no good to nobody, not even ourselves. All right. Do we have any more questions, comments, or concerns? Again, I apologize, Pisces, because I sure did stop at Aquarius. Like, okay, in Aquarius, moving along. No. Um, again, if you don't mind, I would greatly, greatly appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. It may be a blessing to others as well. We will continue to keep on growing, being prosperous, and being abundant. And if there's no more questions, that's right. Your daughter is the one that's a Capricorn. Go Cappy, go Cappy, go Cappy, go Cappy. I should have remembered that because I know your birthday. I did your natal chart, so I should have known that. That's what's so bad. Oh my God, February 28th. Was it 28th? Is it 28th, Kelly? I believe it's February 28th. Yeah. Hey, hey. I told you me and numbers. Me and numbers. That's what. Yeah. But if there's no more comments, our questions, again, I like to tell you all that I truly, truly, truly appreciate your support. Um, this, like I always say, this is going to be a channel that is always going to be safe haven. It's always going to be moving forward. And to some people, it's going to be stepping outside the rim and stepping on some toes. But I'm going to do what I've been led to do and what I've been called to do. and it's just going to get better. You know, um, so just continue supporting your girl, continue sharing comments. If you think somebody else may benefit from this, share it with them and let them make their own decisions with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is with anything. So thank you, Kelly. Lots of love and light to you, boo. And again, I'm still proud of you. So, so proud of you. Um, Until next time, you all, which will be Friday, February the 26th, when I'll be doing my live tarot at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, I stay on as long as Spirit allows me to. If you ever done tarot or not, you know that this can be a draining energy. So I won't be on as long as I am right now on live chat. Even though I do pick up on people's energy, it's differently when I'm up here doing a actual reading for someone or multiple people. Feel like that. So until next time, many blessings.